It's Indiana in the morning. It is WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us here today. AccuWeather says we're on the way to 61 degrees. We're at 34 in downtown Indiana right now, and really happy to welcome into the studio this morning Mason Miller, who is an 8th grader at Marion Center. You're missing what right now?
I'm missing the pre-state testing right now in school.
Does that break your heart?
No.
You could probably make something like that up, right?
Yeah.
And Mason's dad is in the studio with us as well. I'm sorry I didn't get your name before you came in.
Eric Miller.
There you go. He's with the county auditor's office, right?
I am.
Yeah. All right. Good to have you both in the studio with us. And we had to get Mason in here because Mason is not only, excuse me, a state Pennsylvania junior wrestling junior high school state champion wrestler. He's also the 14U Keystone State wrestling champion as well at the heavyweight division. So we got to talk about that. Our visit is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row, and the best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So I'm hanging out with the Marion Center football team last fall, and I'm seeing this big kid, and I'm thinking, is he injured? Is he a varsity player who's not able to play because he's injured? What is it? He looks like he's a pretty athletic guy. Oh, it's Mason Miller, and practically bigger than everybody else in the room. Well, you're only in 8th grade.
Yes, sir. That's right.
So I'm assuming that at some point, because you got the shirt on, we're going to see you in a Marion Center football uniform.
Yes, sir.
Right now we're talking wrestling and high caliber wrestling. Tell me about that, because of course, Marion Center has a really strong wrestling program, but there are other wrestling programs out there, and you're part of some of them too.
Yeah. So this year I went 45-1. I was a Powerade finalist. I won 4 straight matches at both state tournaments. So I wrestled for Marion Center, like you already said, and I wrestled for a club called Swamp Fox Wrestling Club down at Indiana Mall.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And so I would assume that you're wrestling kids that are more your size, and so they're older kids with a lot more experience.
Yeah, so this year I got to wrestle with Rocco Buffone, the heavyweight wrestler from West Shamokin, and Carter Knox, our own heavyweight wrestler. So that's just a lot of help.
Oh, man, those two guys, they're monsters.
Yes, they both are excellent wrestlers, both going to college to wrestle, so I'm super grateful to have them in the room with me.
Yeah, I mean Carter, he's so good at leverage, isn't he?
Oh, he's wonderful he's one of the main reasons I actually learned how to leverage and use those wrestling moves.
Oh, yeah.
I practice them against them all the time, and I'm able to perform them in the matches.
And Rocco's just a big pile of muscle.
Oh, yeah. He just beats on me all practice, but it gets me better. It's better than having no one.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about wrestling at the junior high level. You are a pretty big kid, and therefore I would assume that at junior high level there aren't all that many wrestlers of your size that you get to match up with. So when you run into somebody, that has to be a real challenge.
Yes. So I was actually underweight, which is surprising. I wrestled 212 this season when I got sick. Mm-hmm. So I've been underweight a lot for heavyweight. I was probably one of the lightest in my state bracket.
Oh, yeah.
This year.
Yeah. It goes up to what, 250?
252.
Up to 252. Were there any kids that big that you had to go
Yes,
against?
sir. There was a lot. There was one I didn't get to didn't get to face in the semis, but he was all of 252. And there was a couple more this season that were definitely pushing 252.
Yeah. So when you do get in against a kid that's bigger than you and maybe as experienced or more, when you get to state level wrestling, they've been on the mats for a good long time too. You probably started in elementary school, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Started in kindergarten. This is my 9th year now.
Oh yeah, in kindergarten. So you're what, 5 or 6 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going against a guy like that has experience and size, and you have to figure it out strategically, don't you? How am I going to approach this guy?
Yeah, so I really rely on my athleticism and quickness, but I also got to attribute my strength to Coach Rising down at the football program. Mm-hmm. He allowed me in the weight room since I was in 5th grade, wasn't even on the junior high team. He installed all of that on me.
Yeah.
And I'm just super grateful for that.
Yeah.
Without that, I would not be able to compete at this level.
Yeah, let's talk to Dad over here and find out about it. Eric, this is obviously a great accomplishment for him to get to this point so early in his wrestling career. And you're the guy, you and your wife are the ones that have to drive him to all of these things. I always salute the parents at the end of a season for whatever the sport happens to be, because there's a lot that goes into getting somebody to events, to practices, and then really boosting them up and making sure they stay healthy.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle at times. All sports, not just wrestling, you have the club level. If you want to be successful at a high level, you're a wrestling club, you're playing travel baseball, you're playing travel basketball. Mm-hmm. So every sport, it's really no different.
So take me back to when Mason first started wrestling, and you got him involved in it. And was it something that he had a great desire to do, or was it something that you said, "Hey, Mason, try this out," and then he just took to it?
Well, it's a little of both. He came home with a flyer at school that they sent out every year. He was in kindergarten. He was 6 years old, and I think wrestling is a great entry-level sport, no matter what sport you continue with. It just teaches you so many things. A lot of our football players have wrestled. They may not continue to wrestle, but they start out wrestling. We had no idea 9 years later we'd be where we're at with it. I figured it might last a year or two, but he struggled the first year and then just really took off from there.
Yeah. And of course, the growth spurt has to come at some point.
Oh, yes.
And it sure came for him.
It did. He's gone up at least one weight bracket every year he's wrestled during season.
Mm-hmm.
So he's multi-time state qualifier, multi-time state medalist, and he goes up about 15, 20 pounds a year.
Yeah.
Last year was his biggest growth spurt, though. He shot up to, he's pushing 6'3", and he gained about, 50 pounds that off season.
Yeah. Mason, when you think about wrestling and the things that you're taught with wrestling, wrestling moves, of course, wrestling technique, and we talked a little bit about leverage and using your side, using your speed as well. There are other lessons in wrestling about perseverance and things that aren't actually on the mat. Wrestling's very much in your head, isn't it?
Yes, wrestling is probably 10% actually wrestling, and the rest of it's mental. Mental is a big thing, and I got to thank my youth wrestling coach, Adam Zellman. He's the biggest reason I'm still here. If it wasn't for him, I'm not here today talking to you on this mic.
Oh, yeah.
I also got to thank Coach Oswald, Ron Oswald, from my head coach for my club wrestling, Greg Pennington and Larry Gavin. Those guys all instilled the knowledge, the confidence in me, and that's the only reason I'm halfway good. Anyone can be big and strong and wrestle, but if you don't have the mindset, you can't go anywhere with it.
Yeah. And those intangible lessons, that perseverance, you got to learn that. When you find yourself in what looks like an impossible situation and you're trying to figure a way to work yourself out of this hold or that, all of that plays into it and helps with the mental toughness.
Yeah, so I've dealt with injuries before. I could have easily given up, but those lessons wrestling's taught me. I worked through it. I got healthier. I got back on the mat, and I just kept going.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the other things that wrestling or that you like to do away from the wrestling mat, actually, because it's not all on the wrestling mat. It's not all on a football field. There are other things, obviously, that someone your age likes to do.
So I'm a big sports guy. I love weightlifting, but besides that, I enjoy school to some extent. I have a 4.0 GPA, so
Dad just went. You have a what?
And other times I'm doing homework or trying to recover and eat and get bigger for wrestling.
Did you say you have a 4.0?
Yes, sir.
Jeez, man, you're doing the job here, Eric.
That's all him.
Yeah. Well, that's tremendous. What are some of the things that you like to study?
Math comes easiest to me. It's one of my things that I love the best. English also comes easy to me, so I'm super thankful for that.
Yeah.
I do Talented and Gifted down at Marion Center too. I competed in the Future City competition where our team ended up taking second. So those are some of the other things I like to participate in.
Things you like to do.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. School year's coming toward an end. What do you do in the summertime when you are so sports oriented and there are so many different options out there?
I like spending times with friends and family. That is something I really enjoy. We also live on a farm, so we're doing that half the time.
You tossing hay bales?
Yeah, tossing hay bales, fixing fence, all of the above.
Yeah, I used to toss hay bales around too, but I couldn't today because well, they're round bales, number one, but and they weigh a couple thousand pounds. But square bales, that's great. There's probably nothing better for you in terms of building yourself up than tossing square bales around.
Before the weight room, that was a farm strength.
That's the best strength. That's the best strength right there. Well, it's great to meet you. Wish you continued success. Now, do you wrestle at all during the summer times? Do you continue?
I've wrestled a couple of tournaments in the spring and in the fall. I haven't really wrestled much in the summer, but we were thinking about doing the freestyle wrestling this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think about that and you watch, I don't know if you got an opportunity to watch the last Olympics and see much wrestling because it's hard to find it on TV. But you know, the different styles of wrestling are fascinating to me. And that whole culture is something to get into, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've never particularly liked it, but I've talked with some people and it's starting to interesting me. So it's a lot different, but I've been willing to take on the challenge and see what it's about.
See what it's all about. Yeah, absolutely. Eric, sounds like you've got a busy summer ahead of you, too.
Yeah, it sounds like he's adding to it, but we'll focus on football first and we'll see what we can put the rest in.
There you go. Well, it's great to meet you. Look forward to watching you on the sports fields and hearing about you as well academically and with everything else that's going on at Marion Center. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you, too.
Finally. I mean, I see him all the time over at Marion Center and never even knew who he was. So it's good stuff. All right. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Let's get a Hesed Marino tax tip to help close out this hour with Fox News coming up just about a minute and a half away.